That girl so scandalous, and you know another nigga couldn't handle it. So you shaking that thing like who's the ish? With the look in your eyes so devilish. You like to dance all the hip hop spots, and you cruise to the grooves like an acrobat. Not just her bench, she liked to pop, cause she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Eyes like what? Baby move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had dumps like a truck. Eyes like what? All night long. Let me see that thong. That thong, 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 thong. Like it when the beat goes. Like it when the beat goes. That thong, 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 thong. That girl's so scandalous, and I know another nigga couldn't handle it. And she's shaking that thing like who's this? With the look in her eyes so devilish. She liked to dance all the hip hop spots, and she cruised to the grooves like an acrobat. Not just her bitch, she liked to pop, cause she was living la vida loca. She had jumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had jumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that thong, baby. That thong, 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 thong. I like it when the beat goes. I like it when the beat goes.
Test one, two. Okay. I'm getting reports that you see me both vertical and horizontal. Drop a bomb on that. This is when we get to let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've seen. Y'all could let me know. Let's get into some mess. Absolutely. I got it ready. I got it ready.
Health profiles.
Test one, two.
Moments of suffocation.
Moments of
We're gonna get to
suffocation.
it because throughout the week I see a lot. I hear a
Oh
lot.
Lordy Lord. Oh Jesus.
That's what he said.
Oh Lordy Lord.
Oh
Having these
Jesus.
suspicions that he was in work.
Jesus.
He was just playing dress up for us. Some of the stuff is not memorable.
Right,
like when
let's
people
see.
attack me and shit like that in these streets, it's never
I
memorable.
know
A homosexual, whether male or female, when I see one.
Drop a bomb on that.
Test one, two. Good evening. I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. I am a cornucopia of stuff. And today I finally got it to work. Thank you to the people who have helped me troubleshoot. I should be going live. You should be able to see me either vertical or horizontal. Drop a bomb on that. Okay? I think there's a couple of, things that they still need to work out. Like my intro, you won't be able to see the intro. But yes, we see. Yeah, but do you see me double? You see me double? But I don't think you're able to see the intro. Let me know if you can see this intro. All right, did you see that intro in both settings, vertical and horizontal? It's so crazy because I'm looking at myself in 4 different areas. Hold on, I'm getting notes from the yes, I see it vertical. Okay, perfect, excellent. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the phone is about to die and I don't have my plug up here. I can see it. Thank you, Dave Biss 25. Okay, if you need to reach me, scream. If you have stumbled upon my channel, I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. Okay, I am just a humble young man from the mean streets of New York City with a red microphone. We are getting ready for a blizzard. Okay, it was. I went out today. See, I thought I was being slick and smart, right? I said to myself, I am just gonna go food shopping at 8. Whenever the Aldi's opens, they open at 8:30, so I should be there at 8:40, 8:45, and get in, get out, and everything will be nice and dandy, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I get to the Aldi's at 8:43 or 8:45, something like that. First of all, the parking lot is already full. So I have to park not in front of the store, but all the way down, I walk all the way up to the front. I snatched the last cart. Yep, a 50 feet blizzard. Drop a bomb on that. It's the apocalypse. Now let me see. If I put your message, your comment up, can you see your comment in vertical? Why can't I see your comment at the vertical place? I'm not seeing your comment in the vertical situation. And I'm saying I want it in both slides. Let me see. In the horizontal. You're in the horizontal. Now let me tell it that I want it just in the vertical. Nope, and it's not popping up in the vertical. Yeah, like I said, this is a new setup and a new setting, and so they're going to see. I see the comment, but do you see it in the short form, in the in what I call the phone view, in the phone view? No, the chats seem to be separate. Okay, got you. Okay, so I'm part of a beta group. Like I said before, what's going to happen is they're going to check out what's working, what's not, and then the developers are going to go in there and try to fix it. That's probably a glitch. Yeah, no, that's probably a glitch. So they'll figure that out. But, I mean, baby steps, and we're slowly getting there, right? This would allow me to have a bigger reach because we're going to be streaming to two different views, and I'm able to send the feed out to like Instagram and Twitter and the Tik and the Talk, all of that if I choose to. So I'm excited for the future. Yes, thank you. So I go out thinking I am being smarter than the most. I am going to be there as soon as they open them doors. I got up there. I snatched like the one before last cart, put my little quarter in, took my cart. I went in there. It was the most horrific experience I have had. Okay, horrific. It was an absolute bloodbath at 8:45 in the morning. Okay, it was like we were all lined up with our carts, moving at a glacier pace. Okay, I had to get an old lady together. I did help two other ladies, but I did have to read an old lady who thought she was gonna run me over with her little cart because I was bending down to get some pasta, and she was like with an attitude. I had to get that senior citizen together. Drop a bomb on that. Okay, with the quickness, and there ain't no shame in the game. No shame in the game of it all. Let me see. You know what's so funny? I'm glad that you guys are able to see it, but I'm not able to see the short form. I can only open one on the playback, and it's the longer version, not the short version. I can't open the short version as playback. Anyway, they will figure it out. So I go in there and I spent the longest I have ever spent. First of all, I felt like they were price gouging. I felt like these prices did not look like this last weekend when I was there, because I try to go once a week because I like to get fresh produce. I get, bananas. I get pineapples, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, all of the berries, a bag of green apples, like all of that. I like to get like broccoli, like things that I have to get weekly because they go bad, right? These numbers, I was not feeling these numbers. I feel like they were price gouging. So I went in there, but it took me 2 hours and change, like 2.5 hours, when I usually take about 15 minutes, 20 minutes max, because I go early as soon as they open, and literally it will be just me, the workers, and maybe 3 other old ladies in there at that time. No, today it was a bloodbath. It was disgusting. I'm like, what? Don't y'all people work? I'm like, shouldn't y'all be at work? But what I realized, Naris, is that a lot of people went right as they were going to work or before work, or they were working from home, or they were just straight up not working today. And so It was oh my god, it was horrible, and I couldn't get everything that I needed. So I ended up having to go to another store later in the day. That one I try to like just run in and out, just in a few items because I do my own vegetable broth. So I need the actual. I needed leek. I needed thyme. I needed a whole bunch of like leafy leafy items, right? So that I can just reduce everything in the pot. So I needed that. I also do my own tomato sauce, so I needed the tomatoes. I needed a couple of things that they just didn't have at the Aldi's. I love the Aldi's. I love it because I think it's very money conscious. I think the prices are right when they wanna be, not before a storm, but when they wanna be, the prices are right. And I feel like Naris, they have a lot of organic, in the words of Nini Leak, organic food there. It's a lot of non like brands that you don't know. There's some Goya stuff in there, but there's a lot of brands that like a lot of names that you don't know, but the quality of the food is actually good. It tends to be healthier. It's priced correctly, and you can find smaller portions there too. So, I like the Aldi's, but not today was so bloodbath in there. Everybody's just so like. I'm glad that people are getting ready. Do I think this is going to be bad? I heard. I'm hearing Mike Woods, the black homosexual that is on Fox 5. He's married to a white woman. But Wendy Williams used to talk about him on the radio like a dog. She used to, how you doing? She used to, Mike Woods. And the funny thing is, Naris 21, is that she will have to see him sometimes because Wendy Williams hosted the news. Before she got her big show, they were trying to like screen test her to see how she would do with the public, and she would, and how she did on camera and stuff like that. And so she ran the news in the mornings at times. She did it like a couple of times a year, where she will fill in for like the week, and she will be up there doing the news on Channel 4 here in New York with Rosanna Scotto and all of them. And so then she will go onto the radio station that same afternoon and talk about, oh, I was there with Mike Woods. How you doing, Mike Woods? And back then her how you doing was how you doing. So, but anyway, I did some research and development on Mike Woods. He ended up marrying this white woman. She has a plastic face. Her eyebrows are lifted like this. She cannot, she don't have a wrinkle, or, her forehead is just like a landing strip. But, yes, I remember that. There you go. They drop a bomb on you remembering. Yes. Naris 21, did you feel that like Mike Woods was one of the girls? I played Mike Woods for my husband yesterday, and I was like, babe, what do you think about this man? And he said, that's a queen. Look at the eyebrows. The eyebrows are very thin, and then just the way that he talks. The way that I know it's not, well, why can't the black man be educated? No, it goes beyond being educated and tailor suits and him taking care of his body. I went onto his Instagram, and I saw the beard, and the beard was a white woman. Drop a bomb on that. Now, this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. I've never seen Mike Woods providing the art of the fellatio to another man or receiving the art of the fellatio from another man. I've never seen him bent over. I've never seen a man drop it in him or him dropping it in a man. But I'm just telling you what I think, what I've seen with my own eyes as I grew up here. Because Mike Woods has been on Fox doing the weather for the last 20, 25 years. Talk about not moving on from a situation, right? But he's been there consistently for the last 20 and 25 years, just like Mr. G. Mr. G from Channel 11. Oh, everybody remembers Mr. G. Mr. G used to be, when I was in elementary, Mr. G was doing his thing, and he was old then. So could you just imagine what he's doing now? Naris 21 says, but black men that date white women do give homosexual a cock hold. Drop a bomb on that. A cock hold. That's when they like their white women to be with other men, and they just stand in the corner and watch. I wish a motherfucker in my past or my current would come to me with some type of bullshit like that. Drop a bomb on that. Oh, I just want to what? You want to what? Or can you what? Can I what? No, what we need to do is have 911 on standby and have the news outside. Let me go get my on my bestest on my hello, Rodney Diva. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Rodney. Rodney, your community post. I get my life every morning. You're reading somebody. Drop a bomb on that. you're reading somebody, and then and your reads are like paragraphs long. They just keep going and keep giving and going and giving. I hope you're doing well, Rodney. I don't know if you are under this storm watch. The girls are gonna finally get their 24 inches. That's like 12 inches back to back. That's like a train, 12 inches back to back to back to back. The girls is getting that in New York this weekend. Drop a bomb on that. They are expecting 24 inches. That sounds painful. That sounds pornographic. That sounds like some type of help and support is going to be needed afterwards. But I don't know. Are you getting some snow? We are getting snow, and then it's going to be frigid for the next week. It's going to be nasty, so nasty and so rude. The girls is going to be slipping and sliding. I personally, I'm trying not to go to work. They're trying to do me the whole remote thing. I'm hoping the internet is just going to blow the fuck up, and there's no way in, no way out, and then it cannot work. No work today, no work today. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because this remote working shit that they got going on nowadays is like, okay, well, we know the world is ending, but we provided you with a laptop and you have internet connection, so log in and do your work. Drop a bomb on that. Getting back to Mike Woods, back in the day, Nair's 21, when the G Lounge, the first incarnation of G Lounge, was open, I could have swore that the children were saying that they had seen Mike Woods in there at times. And that's where we were like, oh, yeah, he's one of the girls because they've seen him at G Lounge. You know who used to be at G Lounge all the time? Don Lennon. Yep. He loved himself some white man. He loves himself some white man. Yep. And he would just be surrounded by them. I remember seeing him down there one time. I remember seeing him down there one time. And you know who used to be in all them bars? Therapy, Splash, G Lounge, Bravo Andy. Bravo Andy used to be up there, and Bravo Andy, and he would go all the way up to Washington Heights to Le Boy. That was another bar. Le Boy, no parking. No parking was right around my house. I loved having no parking around my house. Mondays, they used to do musical Mondays where you could karaoke. And then if I, wanted to go out for a drink during the week or on the weekend, literally, it was just 4 blocks away from my house. Allegedly. It's not allegedly. It's I seen that with my own eyes. Not allegedly. I seen that with my own eyes. Okay? I seen that with my own eyes. Everybody knows. And he was a Coquiana, the whole night. He loved himself some Latino boys and the Coquiana and the whole nine. Trust me. Bravo Andy. That's not an allegedly. That's true. He used to go roll all the way up to Washington Heights and be there, and he just looks slimy. He looks like he just drops to his knees for everything and anything. I mean, he's older now and more established, and I think he bought a kid or rented a kid. That's one of the two. I think he has twins or something like that. That's a single father. I don't know what it is, but so yeah, he's different now. But back in the day, when Bravo Andy was trying to come up, yeah, oh yeah, he was. That's a known fact. It's an open secret. It's an open secret in New York City. A bunch of them closeted. Well, Bravo Andy was never closeted, but Mike Woods, Mike Woods. But anyway, so Mike Woods said that the girls was gonna get 24 inches. They got excited. That's 12 inches twice. That's 12 inches twice, Nair's 21. But I went over and I perused a different channel. I went to channel 11 and I watched the very beautiful, a beautiful young black lady up there. And she was, talking in a really nice, professional, soft voice. I could listen to her for a while. She said that everything is being pushed. Everything is being pushed back, okay? The inches are going to be distributed later on in the weekend. The girls is going to have to just hold on tight. And they're talking about the girth of it. The girth of it is going to be given, Nair's 21, in case you're interested. The girth is going to be provided Sunday night into Monday middle of the day. That's when the girth of the whole thing is going to be provided for the children. Before that, it's just supposed to be light, just a little bit of foreplay, just very light and smooth. I don't know. Well, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. Give it up for the opening monologue. Give it up for the mother. We. Okay. Yes. Okay. 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 There's a lot happening behind the scenes with the system, so I guess there's a delay. But that give it up for the opening monologue. Thank you. You are so kind to me. Thank you. Thank you. I come through live every single night, ladies and gentlemen. I've been doing this since we started doing Vlogmas back in 2025. December 1st was my first Vlogmas, which was the month of December. Sometimes Vlogmas turned into Vlogmas. We did that last year. 2026 came in, and I turned a different page. Okay, I turned a different page. I started a new chapter. I no longer live that type of lifestyle. I no longer want to be reading bitches for filth. Okay, I don't want to be the one telling these bitches the truth. If they want to live in fantasy land, live in fantasy land. Provide the entertainment. Provide the entertainment. Let the girls make fun of. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. We are all laughing at you. And I don't have cable. I don't have cable not because I can't afford it. Okay, y'all know. I don't have cable because I could just turn this YouTube apparatus on and go stroll some pages of the YouTube, go down some alleys and some streets and some back ways. Oh, thank you. 54 days live consistently. Look at that. And it's been hard some days. Some days it's been hard. Today I was tired from today. I threw my back out. I would like to think that it's just because I'm no longer warming up. So when I was performing, I would warm up daily and stretch out and the whole. Incredible Hulk seems to believe that that's just what happens to the body as you age. Drop a bomb on that. So I'm in a little bit of pain, but I am standing here. You will never be able to tell from my face or my performance right now, but I smell like a whole old lady. Okay, it's not Bengay, but it's the other one, BioFreeze. It's BioFreeze that he put on me after I took my shower. I'm in a lot of pain, but I am pushing through it. I am not trying to be messy today, but I do want to talk about, so I come live and I read during the day. I peruse the streets of the internet and I find people who are asking for advice, people who are ranting, fellow New Yorkers, or stories that I find interesting, and then I come out here and I discuss them. That's not all of my content, but that is some of my content. Tonight, right? I caught something today. It was in the gay boys board, right? And it says, what are the expectations around HIV status disclosure in long-term relationships? Drop a bomb on that. At first, let's wait for the dust to settle from the bomb. At first, when I read this, I said to myself, wait, did I read that right? Again, it's like, is it me? Was it me? No, it's 21. It says, what are the expectations around HIV status disclosure in long-term relationships? The question itself feels a little weird. Hold on a second. I don't know why this. Oh, okay. Power save. I don't know why the apparatus, the iPad is shutting down on me as I'm reading, and it was because it's on the power save. So I just took that off. Now it's 21. When you leave that white refrigerator and you get you an iPad, you could put it in power save and it darkens the screen. Okay. And I said to myself, wait, did I read this right? So let's go ahead and see what this poster is talking about. Yeah, Naris is like shocked. Ellie was shocked. Like the question sounds fucked up, right? The question sounds fucked up. Well, let's listen to the story. I am wondering how people think. It's New Yorkers. And I'm a New Yorker, so I know what the fuck I deal with over here. These stories are from the New York board. All right, this is New Yorkers. Let's go back. I am wondering how people think about HIV disclosure in 2026, and especially in the context of long-term monogamous or committed relationships or other similar formats. Is this an ethical or moral issue versus practical medical? Does disclosure matter if someone is undetectable? Does you equals you change anything about disclosure? Question mark. Does this intersect with consent? Generally, looking for mature discussion about norms, expectations within our community. Where do people stand? Drop a bomb on that. I was shocked. Ellie was shocked. I'm like, okay, I'll entertain for a minute because I want to hear what people say. The first person that commented said, "Girl, this is your long-term partner," in all caps. What do you mean you're not going to disclose your HIV status or any other medical issues to the person you're in love with? Okay. Somebody says, so many delulus here. I hold the same view. If you love someone, there is no reason to hold these type of secrets from them. Somebody else says, you should always disclose, in my opinion. This is even more so if your long-term partner can't sustain a relationship built on lies. I have no stigma against dating a positive individual as long as they are stable, unmet, and undetectable. Somebody says, there is no time period or situation. There is no anything ever where it's okay to not disclose your HIV status. Then somebody else says, I know I'm willingly walking into a storm here, but I honestly don't know if I entirely agree. Drop a bomb on that. And you know what? I usually read the handles of people who are posting, but I'm going to leave this anonymous. I'm not going to read who's posting. I'm just going to read what they're saying, just to make the conversation a little bit more, Okay, this person says, I know I'm willingly walking into a storm here, but I honestly don't know if I entirely agree. I know this isn't what you're getting at, but I really don't need to know a guy's status over drinks at a first date. But beyond that, while I wouldn't want it actively hidden from me, and I absolutely wouldn't ever want a guy to feel like he couldn't tell me or that I'll judge him for it, I was really concerned about it. If I was really concerned about it, I will ask. But honestly, I don't really care that much because I'm on PrEP. I appreciate someone proactively disclosing it. And if anything, that will make me feel more safe because you equals you. That means undetectable equals untransmittable. You're safer with a guy undergoing treatment who's undetectable than a guy who doesn't know his status or hasn't been tested recently. But beyond that, you should never be depending on strangers for your own sexual health. People can lie. They're far more likely to lie and falsely claim to be negative than to be negative and randomly pretend to be positive. Why would somebody do that? Drop a bomb on that. It even sounds retarded. Oh my God. So I see that by having this, my soundboard becomes an issue. I need to let these folks know that my soundboard is being affected by the streaming. Okay. So regardless, take your health in your own hands and use PrEP and or condoms. Do not just trust people when it comes to this kind of stuff. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, says, okay, I'm gonna need that test and results at first. Drop a bomb on that. Yeah, let me put it right on the screen. Okay. Last one, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the topic. Oh, this person, the original posters, edited and added some more. They say this is an this is a story that inspired. This is the story that inspired the question. Negative as positive if there was anything relevant about their sexual health. Okay, I feel like I'm doing a fucking math problem. Negative, because why would you call them like the negative person as the positive person if there was anything relevant about their sexual health? The positive person said no. Drop a bomb on that. No. Just, just a little AIDS now and then running around my body, but nothing relevant. A few weeks later, the negative person found the positive person medication. And that's the next thing I was going to say. Okay, so if this person is positive in a long-term relationship, shouldn't like medication be found somewhere? Test results, having to go to an appointment every 3 months, getting blood drawn. And then if you're in a long-term relationship and you're living with them, then the medical bills are coming in. The explanation of benefits when you go to the doctor is coming in with all this blood work coming in. Wouldn't that be a red flag? Let's continue. Negative found positive medication. Negative confronted positive. Positive freaked out. Positive freaked out. Positive pretending things were normal for a while. Meaning accepting negative support as they secretly work to dump and get rid of negative. Drop a bomb on that. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? Do you see the dysfunction and or manipulation? I want you to understand. The last line is positive pretending things were normal for a while, accepting negative support as they secretly, that means the positive one, work to dump and get rid of negative. Okay? The dysfunction of it all. Dysfunction, the lack of trust, the breaking of boundaries. I hope that they had not slept together without disclosure. Okay, let me give you my wonky thoughts and my wonky views on the whole thing. Okay, I believe that you should always disclose, and not just with this, just with anything. You should just disclose. If you're getting into a long-term relationship with somebody, you should actually both visit the clinic, the doctor, the hospital, the whatever, together, and you guys should get tested, not just for the HIV, but get overall health. Like, that has to be discussed. Overall, are you a diabetical? Do you need your insulin? I even if they're in the are you in the Moderna? Are you in the shots and stuff? Are you in the? You should. If this is supposed to be a long-term partner, the person you lay with, the whole night, that is a huge thing. And if it comes out later on, that's grounds for immediate termination of the relationship. Drop a bomb on that. Oh my God, this is going to be annoying. Hulk, they're gonna check out the stream. They're gonna see. Okay, so Stream Deck is not compatible with this thing. It's delaying everything. Just FYI. That's just a violation of trust, a violation of your own body, your own safety. And I don't care. And this is the problem. We have seen it here in these YouTube streets where we have heard ghetto as, on quotes, healthcare providers, which they're not doctors, they're community organizers that got a little bit of a promotion or whatever and can do the intake for the person. They're not the doctors, they're not the LPN, they're not the registered nurse. They're just there doing the initial intake shit. There could be a student or whatever. We've heard them tell HIV infected people that they did not. I've heard it. We've heard it here live that they did not have to disclose their status. That is, as long as you're taking your medicine, you don't have to. That is wrong. That is absolutely wrong, not right. Especially if you're going to lay down with somebody. This whole notion that you are undetectable means untreatable, but you only know that you were undetectable for the last 30 days or whatever, 60 days, because they have to go in and do the test, right? And so, okay, you tested undetectable today and they looked at the last 90 days. Sometimes they even do 6 months. It depends on what the person's habits are, right? But what if tomorrow you got ill and you started to come out of undetectable? You know what I'm saying? You were told, okay, you're undetectable. You're undetectable for the last 90 days. So 30 days from now, if you meet somebody and you have this notion of undetectable, you means you, so I'm going to roll doggy in and I don't have to tell nobody, that's not actually accurate or safe. Drop a bomb on that. And unfortunately, a lot of men in my community who are carrying this thing, I feel that way. You know, feel like, oh well, it's only uphill, and I don't have to disclose because I'm undetectable. No, that's just not right, and it's sad that people have that notion. This whole question is ridiculous. This question is ridiculous. That's why when I read it, I'm like, wait, what? The initial question was, what are the expectations around HIV status disclosure in long-term relationships? What do you mean, what are the expectations? What do you mean? The expectation is that if you're getting into a long-term relationship, everything has already been discussed before you step into the long-term relationship. And if you omitted these things and got into a long-term relationship, and then in the middle of the long-term relationship, a couple of months, years into it, there's something I need to tell you I didn't know how to tell you. Oh no. Oh, red alert. That's the red alert. That's the news is going to come. The forensic van is going to come here at some point. Let your neighbors know they're looking for this house, because this is where the scene is going to be at. This is where the scene is going to be at. What happened to people caring not just about themselves, but about, especially if it's a long-term relationship, what happened about people caring about the other person? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, your feelings, you might be scared to tell somebody. Your feelings might, be sensitive. You don't want to get your feelings hurt. But what about getting their health hurt? What about getting their health hurt? And then you're bringing this person into this whole world, this whole drama, this whole situation. I think people should be open about these things. Yeah, I wouldn't say like the first date. If you can do it on the first day, then you could do it on the first day. But I certainly wouldn't go day after day after day after date without disclosing. You shouldn't. If you really want to start in an honest playing field, it should be a conversation. And then, on the flip side, that unfortunately people don't ask these things. People don't take the time to really build a relationship. They go on a good hot date that may or may not end up on a good steamy hot night. Then you throw some weed, some liquor, some tina, some coke in there, and everything is clouded. And they feel it's the best thing that's ever happened. And then so now they got this feeling, and it's like, okay, is it the drug? Is it the feeling? Is it the relationship? Is it what they're building? What is it? And it's so clouded and confused. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, says it's crazy because people will disclose that they have cancer, etc. But HIV is where the line is. People should know what they're getting into and decide if it's something that they okay dealing with. Markel Logan Coleman says, this reminds me of a show I was watching on YouTube called Ross Pause or Pause Ross. Incredible Hulk says the issue is by not telling someone, you take away their ability to make a choice. And you, baby, we are so right there, because I was just about to say that. Because you don't say anything, you are forcing this person to be in this space with you now. And I don't mean like, oh, we're in this room, we're sitting together. No, I mean in the emotional space of it all, in the being scared or whatever the case may be. You could have somebody who says, okay, I'm going to love you for who you are anyway. This doesn't define us and the whole nine, and we're always gonna use protection. And then they get together, they use protection. Let's say the condom breaks, and now this person is in drama. Now they gotta rush him to a hospital for some a PEP, which is the set of medicines they give you if you come in contact with the virus. I think you have like 72 hours, up to 72 hours to start the treatment. It's like a month of HIV medication to help you like lock your cells down so that it doesn't attach, right? And now they can't sleep. They're stressed out. It's extra added stress in their relationship. Markel Logan Coleman says, let me go ahead and put you up here. Okay. People are scared of that conversation, and I can understand, but it's still unfair. The problem is people who are undetectable feel like they don't need to because they can't pass it. And I was saying just, Markel, that, okay, you undetectable for the last set of tests that you had. That looks for like the last 90 days. If you're going there for 3 months, sometimes I have people that can do up to 6 months, right, to go get their checkups. So you only know, okay, you got your undetectable today, but what about 2 weeks from now? What about from 2 weeks from now? Is Hulk your real husband? If so, hey. Oh, baby. Yes. This Hulk is my real husband. It's right here. Yes. We've been married for we've been married for a long periodical of time. Hulk snuck he saw me, and then I saw him, and he's huge and tall, and he yanked me and he said, "I'm gonna marry you." And I was like, "Yeah, okay," because I've been proposed once or twice. No, I haven't been proposed to, but I've been told that I will be married a few times. You know, when I had my long promiscuous hair and youth was on my side and I was jet setting all over the place. I've been known to have, but not you meet Hulk and started drooling. Oh, no, the story is, Markel, he was late by 12 hours. And I don't do late, but Delta couldn't get me out of there fast enough, and I was not going to fly on the back of the plane. So I had to sit this one and wait. And eventually he got to me. This was during the COVID pandemic. And when the elevator, and we met in a hotel. Yes, I met him in a hotel, but I dated him 3 times before I, allow him to send me back to New York fulfilled. Drop a bomb on that. Okay. So I had him walk all through the lobby so all the cameras can catch him up and stuff like that. And then when the elevator, and I was pissed, and I was talking to Naris 21. My hair had been deflated. I had showered like 3 different times. I had to re-wet my hair and re-blow dry my hair. By the time he was supposed to meet me at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And by the time he got to me, it was like 12:45, 1 a.m. of the next day. And so when the elevator door opened, and it was him standing there because he's very tall, and I just kept going up, and I was like, oh my God, go up and up and up and up and up and up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, damn, you're tall. He is tall as hell. And he's looking at me. He's like, I told you I was a tall nigga. That's what he said. So I know you're telling this story, but I'm Team Hulk. Yeah, okay, whatever. So then, after that day, we were there for the weekend. So we considered that 3 different dates, and on the last date, he said that he was going to marry me. I passed by the Element Hotel the other day and thought about you. Did I tell you what Crazy Eyes did to my cats? No, you have to tell us. You have to tell us. Did he probably catfished him. The Element Hotel, I stayed there again one more time. I really like the Element Hotel. Did you hear they're closing Love Field? Not Love Field, but what was that flight that you suggested to me? Southwest is pulling out of Love Field. So no, you have to tell us what did 12 o'clock 3:30 we call him the 12 o'clock 3:30 motherfucker did to your cast member. Let me guess, he probably catfished him. He probably sent like fake pictures, and then your cast member went to meet him and then realized it was, the 12 o'clock 3:30 MF. But please do tell us. Is there something that we can watch? Is there a video of it or anything? let us know. I'm interested to know what did 12 o'clock 3:30 did to him. Do you know that after all these years, he actually offered me an apology? Drop a bomb on that. After all these years and all the stories and the storylines and interviews, I have a trans woman teacher as a cast member. He went on live YouTube and said trans people shouldn't teach. He called her superintendent at her district, said she threatened him. Wow. But well, first of all, if they're a teacher, don't they have a teachers union? Didn't they get a grievance meeting? Couldn't you pull some of the footage of him at Walmart or him at Emmett Till, the library? The fact that he's a mentally unstable person, none of that was brought into a grievance meeting. You know, that she was targeted by this psycho from social media with documented episodes and situations. All the footage is there. It's been on the news. But then again, it is Texas. So it is Texas. That is horrible, Markel. That is horrible. He offered me an apology. I have the apology somewhere because it was a recorded apology. But I've completely washed my hands from that whole situation. I considered that back when I was, a youth, being friends with him and stuff like that. Now, I don't know the details of the cause of the case afterwards, but they tried to use the show against her. So now they say she couldn't teach, but she could work on the district behind the scenes. So now she is an analyst for the school behind the scenes. When did this happen? Is this recent? Is this a couple of seasons ago? That is so fucked up. See, this is the same person that's supposed to be all about the community and, he's a good guy. That motherfucker is insane. Okay? Insane. And when my situation with him went down, which was like the first thing out of all the craziness that went down with him after, and people were doubting me and questioning me and the whole night, I said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because history is going to tell itself. You know what I'm saying? See, some people need hands put on them to teach them a lesson. Baby, this is the 12 o'clock 3:30 motherfucker. This is who we're talking about. This was 2024, and she's coming back on this new season to tell her story. Oh my God, Markel. I'm sorry. I gotta watch. Which show is this? This is the Dallas version. Wow. I did not know that. He just got out of jail earlier last year when he went to Vegas Walmart saying that. Yeah, I remember that. Yes, we watched. I showed Incredible Hulk, and he was like, I was like, yeah, this is who he is. And I said, but I can already tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna go into the jail for maybe 30 to 60 days. Then they're going to just release him right back to the wild. He's gonna come out here, shake some pills. Oh, I got my medication. And he's gonna be begging people for money. That's what's gonna happen. And it's gonna be a whole bunch of black old ladies, church women, that are going to be supporting him instead of them supporting their own kids. Drop a bomb on that. My husband says, I told you, my love, these YouTube people are not normal. It's say it louder, Hulk. It's crazy. It is crazy how these people are. That's what Markel, I stay here in my little corner with my little lights. I do my little thing. I spend time with my husband. I travel. I got Pimp Santa right there. And that's it. I come and read my little stories. I turn my page on those people. Those people, they will make you lose everything. because they have nothing. They have nothing. They want you to be as miserable as they are. Half of them have mental issues, undiagnosed. Some of them are heavily, overly medicated. Heavily, overly medicated. You know, they got criminal records. They all types of systems, all types of scams, all types of. Yeah, no, I'm good. This YouTube live version you're doing now, also, it looks better and more personal. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm coming through. Now the platforms are letting you do vertical and horizontal at the same time. That's what I'm doing. So you're catching me probably vertical, but there's a version right now also horizontal. So it's all out there. Check it out. I love the way that it looks. I don't have the usual the one with the duck in the corner. I have a whole other software. Marco, you know me. You know me. I got an attitude, okay? Anyway, we have been at this for 51 minutes. I want to thank everybody who came through. Please make sure that you hit that like button. I come through every night, okay? And in conclusion, when it comes down to the HIV and disclosure and the whole nine, you should always disclose. And it's not just HIV. If you have the HPV, if you have the herpes, if you have any, shout out to the thumbnail. Oh, did you see me in the thumbnail? I'm like, bam, bam. You see, and it looks the same. And you want to know something? Naris 21, you know that picture is years old. You know that picture, but it don't crack over here, baby. It does not crack over here. Let's see. That's your answer with the duck. DM me the software you're using. Okay, I will send you a thingamajig. I'll send you a thing. It's a little bit more than the duck. StreamYard, but it's really worth it. And I'm part of the beta, so that's why I can't see Nara's comment. She got me blocked. Yes. Naris, is there a delay or do you have Markel blocked? Naris. It depends on where you're seeing it from, though, because I know we're not getting the comments on the other side. Naris, do you have Markel Logan blocked? No. Markel, he says no. He does not have you blocked. No, Markel is on the other version of the live. Got you. Okay, so on the other version of the live, Markel, the comments are not coming up. I think it might be me because I build some of this stuff, so I have to, the camera and all that. It could be that the comments are right underneath the camera, but Hulk, thank you. I have to see. This is the first time where it actually works. I launched it yesterday and it didn't. And it's in beta. They're beta testing. I'm one of the testers for them. But that only means that in a month, it'll be fully released. Anyway, we are on the Shorts live. Naris is on the Standard live. I don't see no one's comments but my own. Okay, got you. Okay. Yeah, it's I don't know why. I just have to figure out why the comments are not coming through on the Shorts live. I'm pretty sure, babe, that they're behind the picture. Oh, I move over to the other side. There you go. Now do you see your comments? Ladies and gentlemen, Castro Cannon has walked into the room and said hi. Hello, Castro Cannon. Good evening. How are you feeling? How are you doing today? So nice of you to grace us with your presence here tonight. We are getting ready for a snowstorm. The girls are going to get their 24 inches. That's 12 inches twice back to back. Okay, sounds very long, hard, and uncut, and painful, and cold. Drop a bomb on that. Drop a bomb on that. Oh, my God, babe. They need to figure out this thing, babe. Maybe if you put comments from the standard version on top of the on top somewhere. See, my husband. Okay, do you guys see that in the shorts? I just moved my husband to the other side, but your comment disappeared, baby. I put it on the other side. Oh, there you go. Oh, got it. Baby, baby. I love you, baby. You fixed it. My husband has fixed the issue. You fixed the issue, babe. You fixed the issue. Let me see. Now we got Castro, and I can move Castro's comment in the shorts. Look at that. You see that? Boom. Yes, I see it. Make it smaller and go higher. Okay. And it only has to happen one time, and then the software is going to remember it. He said, make it smaller and go higher. Is that better, babe? I just moved Castro's comment. There you go. Is that better, babe? My executive producer producing me right now. Shout out to the Hulk. There you go, Naris. Now you can see. Now, Markel, if you go back to the other one, then you should be able to see it too. Good thing about this software is that with this capability, Markel, because I know you do your shows and stuff like that, if you wanted to do something live, you can send the the shorts live. You can send it out to YouTube. You can send it out to Instagram, because it'll already be the right format. You can send it down to TikTok, I believe, too, and definitely Facebook Live. So it just opens up the door, and you can do all of that. Let's see. No, put it above between Pimp Santa and your award for your award-winning movie that you wrote, produced, and starred in. My baby. God. Here we go. Like this. So above me. You want it above me, baby? Right there. No, put it above love between Pimp Santa and your award for your award-winning movie that you wrote, produced, and starred in. And I was, it's just a typical day at the office. Drop a bomb on that. Yes, smaller. Okay. I don't think I can do smaller, baby. I think... Let's see. Is that better? Because then you can't read it. Is that better? Because then when you go to this one, how is that? Tell me how that is, baby. Is that legible? And then it'll just be there. So the comments will always be above. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm getting a picture of it. All right. I see it. All right, let me go ahead and thank you for hanging in with this, ladies and gentlemen, because now, yes, I like it. Send your screen. Okay, cool, babe. So that's what it's going to be. Thank you for helping me figure this out. Look at that. Takes a village. In conclusion, let me close out this non-disclosure of HIV status. You should disclose. You should definitely disclose not just HIV, but any type of health concern that anybody that you're going to be in a long-term relationship with should be aware of. Down to fucking I get asthma. Like I have asthma. I'm allergic to X, Y, and Z. All of that, because how can you? Let's see. Husband says, tell Naris to write so I can see if I can see it. Naris 21, would you please write something? Get on your white refrigerator laptop. I'm only fucking with you. And I'm messing with Naris because I know Naris can take it. Okay, Naris can definitely take my heat. So, Naris, if you can please. And then after this, baby, we're going to log off, okay? Because I know we've been doing a lot of troubleshooting and shit. But I hope that you are staying warm and safe out there. Us people who are on the East Coast, brace yourselves. Stay indoors once the storm passes. Make sure that you are staying clear of wires and all that, because they're saying they may come down because they're heavy trees, all of that. And then just be safe and enjoy your time. Tomorrow I'm going to make my vegetable stock so I can make some cabbage soup. All right. And I'm also going to make my red sauce so that I can make my vegetarian lasagna. And we're going to binge eat those things throughout the weekend. Okay. Naris says, what do you need? Tell Naris to write so I can see. Tell Naris to write so I can see if I can see it. Babe, he wrote. Just let me know. I'm just waiting on your comment and then I'm going to log off. My ears are hurting. After the horrific experience I had at the Aldi's today when every other bitch was out there trying to fucking shop at 8:45. Yes, when you post it, I can see it. I posted it. Let me post it again. When you post it, I can see it. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, we're done troubleshooting. Thank you, everybody, for your help. I want to thank Markel Logan for coming through and spilling some of the tea. I will send you the information shortly. And Naris 21, thank you for being here. I know Miss View is going to catch this in the morning. Hulk, thank you for making notes on the issues that we see. I can't do the timer. The timer doesn't come out. Do me a favor. Last thing I want to see, babe, will you go on the Shorts Live version? And I want you to tell me, what do you see, if anything, or do you hear the song? In the larger version, I have the timer and the song going. Oh, honey, good night. In the shorts version, what are you seeing? Or are you hearing the song? I hear the song, but you do not see the timer, right? You don't see the timer? Okay. All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. We've been at this for an hour. I see only you only. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys will see me again tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace. All right.